I think in the space that we work, it's a challenging question to answer just because the client base tends to look for very specific skills now, or knowledge of applications. But having said that, I think overall, each client will define that a little bit differently. But overall, I wouldn't say it's so much a skill as it is a mindset and your ability to adapt to situations. Somebody who can be adaptable, who understands that each client you walk into will have different types of mindsets. There's different cultures you're walking into. So along with what you want to learn is that ability. I know it's very unmeasurable and hard to describe, but the people that my clients tend to be most happy with, the hard programming skill will come and go. It's the people who can adjust to different cultures, different environments. So again, I don't mean to be so soft or unmeasurable, but that's really an intangible. Your ability to walk in, assess the situation, adapt, and make adjustments personally with the people you're working with day to day is something that will be able to be used anywhere you are.
Bonnie?
Oh, sure. There's two types of skills you may have. The hard skills that are something you're going to be learning, but the soft skills are going to become very important in getting you hired. So let's say you have a healthcare degree, but no IT. Really work to get yourself into projects. If you like data, go for it. It's one of those things where a lot of luck comes into play, but it depends on your personality, your interpersonal skills, your communication skills, and kind of serendipity luck along the way. So the people the hiring managers are looking for project management skills. Can you take a project from beginning to end, close that project well, successfully? But there's a lot of interpersonal skills. You're working with a lot of different people. If you are not comfortable talking in front of a group, sign up for a Dale Carnegie course. Do more with yourself. Get yourself out there. So the skill set is going to be, they want that hard skill, but you're going to be hired because they like you and they want to work with you every day. So work on the soft skills.
I would add to it that a question I sometimes ask of folks is, have you implemented an initiative that required changing a process or changing how people do things? Because so much about putting in the systems that we work with is about changing the day-to-day way that a nurse functions or the way that you're registering patients. And so it's nice to have some background in the soft skills that were highlighted earlier. How did you work with the people involved in the change to get them to adopt the change, as well as the end-to-end, not only the technical piece, but kind of process reengineering and taking initiative to look at something that could be done better, because that is also where healthcare is going, saving costs, improving things that you already have. So finding efficiencies and implementing something to make something more efficient. And I think you can do that in a lot of different ways in different industries.
Carter, you have anything to add?
Sure. I'll get a little bit more specific in terms of, when I talk to clients, when they're looking for very experienced people that have done implementations or done that at different hospitals in the past, there's certain skill sets and we've talked about them here, but if it's more entry level and when you're coming out of school, a grad program, you may look at those entry level positions. I think about training is a great area to look at. You don't need to know a lot about how the hospital operates, how a business office operates, how a system necessarily works in terms of your subject matter expertise, whether it's clinical or financial. So training is a great area to look into, to break in. Another area I think about is documentation. Now, a lot of these projects require huge and vast amounts of documentation and resources that understand, how to document things within a project. And so those are two areas that I, think about when I think entry-level roles within hospitals or with vendors that are open to bringing on people that are just coming out of a graduate program. One other thing that I think about, as some of these larger vendors expand internationally, I think I heard the other day that Cerner is now in 27 countries. If you speak a second language fluently, that is a huge bonus, and I'm telling you, they will listen to you. If you're coming out of school with an informatics degree, they'll say, "Are you interested in going to, France or Germany or Dubai or something?" If you speak a second language, they'll take a keen interest in your skill set.
Well, there's not a lot left to be said, but I'll pick up a little bit on the soft skills side. To me, the one thing that really differentiates an IT person who could make his or her own place is communications, and that comes in three different ways. One is being a translator, being able to take all the jargon and buzzwords and techie talk and talk in a way that a doctor, a nurse, a decision maker in the organization is going to be able to understand it. That is not a real common skill, and if you've got that skill, you could leverage the heck out of it, because it's one of the biggest complaints that users have about IT departments is, they may as well be speaking Chinese when I talk to them. Okay. The second part of that communications is, depending on your role, you may be talking with a wide variety of people. You may be talking with clerical people, you may be talking with nurses, you may be talking with doctors, you may be talking with C-suite people, you may be talking with board members. You need to be comfortable communicating at all those different levels. And the third aspect of that is that comfort communicating has to be not only verbally, but it has to be in writing and in clear, concise, succinct business language. Where you have a one-page memo instead of a 40-page detail report. And those soft skills, if you could come across with those during an interview process or early in a career, those will carry you a very long way.